So today we will talk about the malignant melanoma. So basically the word malignant is derived from the word melanin, right? Basically melanin is a pigment which is present in skin, but this pigment is basically produced by melanocytes. Basically, melanocytes are the cells which are present in the skin that produce the pigment melanin. Basically, this pigment melanin is used to give color to our skin. Like you have looked around, some people are quite brown, some people are quite fair. It's just because of the level of melanin that's released in their skin. If you have higher proportion of melanin increase, then it means that your color must be some dark. So when people consider this thing as like the person is very black, but this is just the real cause between the behind that is just the pigment which is released by the melanocytes, melanin, right? Basically this melanin is very useful. It is used to secure us, like it is used to protect us from the UV radiations, right? And the word melanoma basically means tumor, or you can say the increased or abnormal growth, the uncontrollable growth of cell, basically the abnormal growth, right? That is known as tumor. So basically this malignant melanoma is a skin cancer. It is a skin cancer, right? Basically people who have low proportion of melanin, they usually get infected by this malignant melanoma. So let me write over here, people who have low melanin are likely to get infected by this, right? So now let's talk about what actually happens in this malignant melanoma. Actually, as you know about the epidermis, so in basal epidermis, okay, basically there are 5 layers of epidermis as well: stratum basal, stratum corneum, stratum granulosum, stratum lucidum, stratum I don't remember there was a name as well. So basically in the you can say stratum basal of this epidermis, there is the production, like there is abnormal growth, there is abnormal growth division, or you can say there is a rapid division of the cancerous cell, rapid division of cells in the basal epidermis. Basically that the development of cell is very unnecessary. And basically that causes the tumor, and that tumor is basically known as melanoma. The abnormal growth, or you can say the rapid division of cells in the basal epidermis, which causes the unnecessary growth causes tumor, which is called the melanoma. So in response to these things, there are certain cells known as tumor infiltrating lymphocytes. Tumor infiltrating lymphocytes, also known as TILS. Tumor infiltrating lymphocytes. Basically, these cells are composed of B and T lymphocytes, right? They also include eosinophils, basophils, neutrophils, are NK cells, macrophages, and especially TC cells, cytotoxic cells, and especially cytotoxic cells, right? TC cells. So basically this tumor infiltrating lymphocytes include these all cells, especially the cytotoxic cells. Okay, if the person's immune system is quite weak, if there is weak immune system, so basically these tumor cells will send a chemical secretion to the immune system to suppress the immune response, in order to suppress the immune response. If the person's immune system is quite weak, then these tumor cells which have been rapidly grown will send a chemical secretion to suppress the immune response, right? And even though these immune cells, like this tumor infiltrating lymphocytes, these immune cells will generate response to kill these tumor cells, right? Basically, this malignant melanoma happens to the people who usually use certain chemicals, like we have, like certain people use certain injections, right? They use some in order to make their skin fair, right? They use certain chemicals. If we talk about the treatment of this malignant melanoma, like the treatment can be medicine or the chemotherapy, right? So I hope this is clear to you. If you have any kind of queries, you can ask me in the comment section.